Hi everyone, welcome to Honey Drops Tarot. This is a general reading for the sign of Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Aries, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for all of your likes, shares, and subscribes. I truly appreciate it. Just a quick note, please do not fall for any scammers. I will never reach out to you first to solicit for a private reading. I do offer private readings, and information about that can be found in the About section of my YouTube page, along with a place to donate. So thank you so much in advance. Aries, very peculiar thing just happened. I already started doing your recording, and I was talking for about 15 minutes, and I had pressed the record button, but it stopped prematurely, so it filmed about 10 minutes of your reading, and then the other half was gone. Don't know how that happened. So we're going to start again. That message was clearly not meant for you. So we're going to start again. I've done about 65 readings so far. I've never had that happen. And I'm not going to question it. It just wasn't meant to be. So Aries, I hope you're doing well. It's very tumultuous weather outside right now. It's just about to break, the rain. I can hear the thunder. It's coming. We're going to be doing your reading today with the Abstract Futures Tarot deck and your oracle to get the overall energy. It's Deep, Dark, and Dangerous Oracle by Stacy DeMarco. So let's see, angels, spirits, guides, what messages do you have for Aries, please? What message do you have for Aries for their overall energy? Amazing. I saw this card earlier as I was shuffling in the deck, like probably 2 hours ago, before I did the Leo reading, and I saw this card and I was like, man, this card is going to come out for somebody. And it's amazing that it came out for you. The word at the bottom is fetch, and above it, it says mirror, number 37, which reduces to a 10, which is the Wheel of Fortune card in the tarot. Yes, Spirit. So what I'm realizing it now is that these two kind of twin-like energies, I did do twin flame readings, so if you resonate with twin flame, you might want to check out those readings that I did. But I noticed there's like blood here. So it's kind of like blood brothers, blood sisters, a blood pact, a blood connection. Could be, you know, having lots of thunder, having to do with that connection. But also, I just find it so curious that the word is fetch. So kind of like when somebody is attractive, you call them, you can say, oh, they're so fetching. They're so fetching. It's just having to do with their, not just their appearance though, right? It's not just their appearance. It's like their whole vibe, their whole aura, their energy. But the fact, this is such a peculiar image, isn't it? Well, first of all, I'm really drawn to this kind of weird background. It actually reminds me of an avocado. So you could be eating avocado right now. It's so random, but I'm just gonna say it because why not? But the fact that they're holding up this entity, this figure is holding up what, is it a mirror or is it simply a frame? Is it a frame into another dimension, or is it reflecting back out something on the outside of you? The fact that these two characters are back to back, not looking at each other. Because so theoretically, there could be 3 people involved. This could just represent you as an entity, that you're shifting in and out of different facets of your personality. You know, maybe it's your work self and your personal self, or, you know, your relationship self and your you know, your family self, right? You could be dutiful daughter and son in one moment, and then like passionate lover in the next. And those people could be different people. Take it as it resonates. I'm going to pull 4 cups for the base spread, 4 cups of clarifier. I mean, I feel like the thunder and lightning add a little bit of ambiance, but it is kind of scary. Okay, one more. Got some pretty powerful energies in this reading. Very powerful energies in this reading. In your past energy, Aries, your past energy, you have the Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups is representing water, specifically Cancer energy, and the Hanged Man in reverse, which is the major arcana, representing Pisces energy, can represent Pisces energy. So Queen of Cups is somebody who is really loving and loyal, generous, giving. She has enough water in her cup, in her emotional cup, that it overflows and that she can give. This is divine feminine. The divine feminine can give, but this could describe you as somebody who has just been really generous of spirit, just offering, right? But with the Hanged Man in reverse, it's kind of like saying to me that in the past energy, you may have at one time questioned how much you gave, that there was something in your experience that caused you to retract and then come together again, or pull away and come closer again. Because the Hierophant is typically a card of somebody who voluntarily puts themselves up into a tree of knowledge, like to get a very expansive view. So like if you're too close to something and you can't see it clearly, it's like being in front of a brick wall, and if you're so close to it, all you can see is the wall. But if you were to step away, there might very easily be an exit or a door beside, but you can't see it because you're too close to it, right? So the gesture of the Hanged Man, or the function of the Hanged Man in the journey of the tarot, is to represent that ability to pull oneself out of a situation to gain more clarity. So in terms of your generosity, perhaps this was somebody else's generosity, there is a part of you that maybe pulled away for a moment and came back, because it was almost like maybe someone was taking too much, somebody was taking advantage. I'm going to pull a clarifier on this and see what was this pulling away about. Why was there a pull away? Nine of Pentacles. Okay, so Nine of Pentacles is pre-Empress energy in the tarot. It represents somebody who is self-sufficient and independent and abundant. Like somebody who is attractive, who likes the finer things, who has a very refined etiquette and sense of taste. And so, you know, I was asking Spirit, why was there a pull away? Well, you know, it's almost as if in the act of giving, maybe you gave too much, and then you risked this idea of giving too much away and then giving too much of your independence away. I don't know if this has to do with the relationship. So it's, you know, even, okay, if it's a romantic relationship, it could be one of those things like you're with your significant other and it starts with, hey babe, can you do me a favor? Sure. And then it turns into like, now it's an expectation you do that every week. You know, can you run to the store and buy me this? And then it's just this expectation, and like soon you just realize, well, where's the thing that, you know, if it's like, can you go to the store and get me like a 6-pack of whatever? And then it becomes an expectation. Well, why didn't you get my six-pack? Like, you always get it for me. And then it, you know, or it could be like a boss energy where they ask you to do something once that's outside of your job scope, and then it turns into, well, this is a part of your job. Well, when did we decide that? Something like that. Something where there's kind of a stipulation that wasn't there before, or expectation that doesn't seem quite right. Thank you, Spirit. Okay, so it's really raining out. Sorry if it's so dark. I don't want to stop the video to turn on lights, but you can see me, it's fine. So that was in your past energy. In your present energy, you have the Ace of Cups, beautiful, beautiful card, and the Fool in reverse, Major Arcana, number 0. It's the very first card in the tarot. Tarot is all about the Fool's journey. It starts with the Fool. You got it in reverse. So the Ace of Cups, aces always bring new from Spirit. So where here, you know, you may have in the past worried, maybe I gave too much from my cup. In the present energy, Spirit is saying, whatever was poured from your cup, we're going to replenish it. We're replenishing it now. It's beautiful, divine, loving energy, and could represent a new relationship or a new connection to something that is meaningful and authentic, genuine to you. So I see this as kind of like a cup rising out of a cup, if that makes sense, or a kind of, you know what it reminds me of? This is so random as to be not random, but there was one Olympic Games where, you know how in the Olympics, like the World Olympics, they always have like an eternal flame, and that flame travels all around the world. They just, you know, they take the flame, they light somebody else's torch, and it just keeps going and going and going and going and going. It's like a very big deal. It goes around the world before the Olympics actually start. Then when the Olympics start, they take that flame that's traveled all around the world and they light a bigger flame. Something like this. There was one Olympics where there was somebody who who's handicapped. He's in a wheelchair, but he was also an archer. And from his wheelchair, he took his bow and arrow, much like the sign of Sagittarius, right? He took his bow and arrow, and he took the flame, and he shot that flame like such a great distance over the torch of the Olympics, and it lit the whole thing up, and it was like, oh my God, I cried. So there's something about that. Is basically what I'm saying. There's something relevant to that. Maybe you remember that Olympic Games. Maybe it's been this travel around the proverbial world for you, that you've gone through many cycles or many hurdles of something to finally get to this point where you can ignite this flame, right? And then from that, there's this overabundance of love and compassion and emotion, right? The water pouring down from that into this, you know, also could be a psychic connection, a spiritual connection that you're having. But the Fool energy in the reverse is interesting because normally the Fool would talk about taking a great leap of faith, like really having a true belief that Spirit will catch you. Like, you don't know, you jump off the the metaphorical cliff into the unknown, into a new adventure, a new venture, a new endeavor, and Spirit will be there to guide you, catch you, lead you, counsel you. But there's hesitation in the present tense, in the present energy. You may be feeling like, okay, I see you, Spirit, giving me this beautiful cup, but I'm just not sure. I'm still not sure. Maybe because when I look in the mirror, I don't recognize myself. Maybe when I look in the mirror, I don't know if I can fulfill what is required of me. Maybe, I just heard maybe Spirit put too much faith in me, and I don't know if I can do it. Which is really upsetting to me. That even as just one Aries out there, if there's a single Aries out there that says, I think Spirit is putting too much faith in me, I don't think I can do it, I need you to just stop that right now. And really analyze why you don't value yourself in a way that you deserve to value yourself. But at the same time, I can understand it. Because, like, in this, the eternal question, are we good enough? Why are we here? What am I meant to be doing here, right? The life's blueprint. And you're asking those very esoteric, philosophical questions about the meaning of life. It's gonna come up. What am I doing here? What am I meant to be doing? What is my higher calling? Now, I don't see the judgment card here, but that's what I feel. I feel judgment energy, but you're judging yourself. I'm gonna take a clarifier and see. I've got 2 cards. Damn. 2 major arcana, the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, and the Sun. Hey, didn't I tell you 3 and 7 is 10, the Wheel of Fortune? Here it is in the reverse. Interesting, right? Because we're talking about, like, mirror. The word was mirror, so it's like mirroring energy. But it's like this, right? In the upright and the reverse. So, Wheel of Fortune talks about good luck, good fortune. It represents Jupiter energy, which is the planet of expansion. Divine timing. The Sun is the best card in the tarot. The very best card. Illumination, clarity, life force, life-giving force. Abundance in every way, shape, and form. I asked for a clarification as to why the Fool card was in reverse. It's almost like Spirit is saying, like, you know that it could be something really amazing headed for you. There's something so stunningly beautiful, but it's almost so beautiful that it's like, you think it's too good to be true. Maybe the timing isn't right, or it's sus, right? It's suspect. You know what's interesting? I see this here, but it's more like this. The Sun energy. See this shape right here? It's almost kind of like if you turn this here and expanded it, would be like this. Do you see? So it's almost like there has to be some kind of transformation. And if we're talking about mirror energy, it's almost like this idea that your fortune, once you shine light on it, it turns and becomes something whole on this side. Does that make sense? Moving, passing through clarity and illumination, and it flips over and becomes something divinely guided and timed. There's a lot of illusion energy to this card right now. And it could be making you feel really confused. But your anxiety could also be exacerbating that, right? Like your fear of receiving too much. What's the catch? I just heard. What's the catch? In your future energy, you got the Magician in reverse. Queen of Wands in the reverse. This is Aries, okay. I'm gonna have a little bit of like big sister energy to you right now. This is at its basis a matter of confidence. That's all it is. You're not feeling confident in yourself. When you look in the mirror, you don't recognize something. And maybe it's the fact that you're trying to elevate, right? You're going to be unrecognizable to your former self once you go through either a spiritual awakening process, or if you don't want to call it spiritual awakening, personal awakening process. Thank you, Spirit. It's a confidence issue, because the Magician in reverse, it's like the Magician has all of the tools at their disposal. I want to point out to you, right, there's a lot of mirroring in these two energies, in these two cards. They have all the tools at their disposal: the cups, the wands, the swords, and the pentacles. What does that all mean? You have the passion, the drive, the emotion, the emotional buy-in. You have the intelligence to pull it off. You have the resources to pull it off. But if you're not feeling confident to believe it and then see it, right? You have to believe to see. That's the catch. That's the catch. Got to believe it first, like you already have it, then see it. Clarified by the Queen of Wands in the reverse. Queen of Wands in the reverse can be kind of pissed off. Typically, Queen of Wands is somebody who is very attractive, abundant, really knows divine feminine, knows who she is, knows what her worth is and her value. She's the power behind the King of Wands. She has it all figured out. By the time it kind of filters through her, all he has to do is move. Well, when you get the Queen of Wands in reverse, that's somebody that's a little pissed off, a little frustrated. I see this as a frustration with yourself, right? Because again, we're looking at it's like not looking at yourself, because they're like identical. It's like same but not same. Because you know that you have what it takes. There's a part of you that absolutely knows you have what it takes to succeed in whatever endeavor this is, whatever area of your life this is describing. You have what it takes. And you're the only one that's stopping you. That's the tricky part. That just flew across the table. King of Swords. King of Swords is Gemini energy. King of Swords in the upright. I'll just have you know, a bee just landed on my window. I think to get out of the rain. I can't flip my camera. Can I? No, I can't. I just took it out of focus though, so that's great. There is a bee landed on my window, okay? That doesn't happen very often. I think it's happened one other time that I've sat at this desk. So obviously my name is Honey, and so bees resonate to me. They're signs from spirit, but they're also signs of diligence and hard work and magic. Because bees defy gravity, like their bodies, the shape of their bodies, the size of their bodies don't make sense with the construction of their wingspan and their wings. Like they shouldn't technically be able to fly, and yet they can. And this bee is chilling out on my window right now for your reading. It's a sign Aries, it's a sign. Like, truth and clarity are coming. King of Swords is all about clarity. It's all about discernment and strategy and high intelligence, authority. So this is to clarify the Queen of Wands in reverse and the Magician in reverse. So it's like maybe you're looking for a figure of authority to confirm with you that you're capable. Maybe it's a parent, a teacher, a mentor, a boss, whomever. You know, and I think that they would confirm this, but my question to you is, why do you need it? Right? And I'm not saying that I don't need affirmation. We all need affirmation, especially if we respect somebody. To get affirmation from a person that we respect, that's the best feeling in the world. Best feeling in the world. But simply to have affirmation from others, that's not healthy. Because who are they? Right? So it's about finding it kind of within yourself. The confirmation. What is advice from Spirit right now? Nine of Cups in the upright. Number 5 in the major arcana, the Hierophant. Right? This is the spiritual authority. So Spirit is saying, okay, you may be looking to earthly means of affirmation. Look to Spirit. Look to your own inner guidance systems. Because what is Spirit, right? I'm not talking about like, I mean, if that's what it represents to you, if you're talking about like a priest or a pastor or a rabbi or, you know, some, you know, a monk or whatever it is, or, you know, whomever that you look up to as an authority in matters of spirit, or you simply call yourself a part of spirit and look to your own inner guidance system. This is what the collective spirit is telling you to do. Look to that inner guidance system to find your 9 of Cups, your abundance. This is 9 full cups, 9 abundant, overflowing cups, wish fulfillment, prosperity. I almost see this as like sun energy as well, just kind of coming up over the horizon, right? It's beautiful, but very, very different energy, like different depictions. So I almost see this as kind of like a satellite in outer space, broadcasting, transmitting information from outer space down to the earthly plane. Doesn't that look like an Egyptian pyramid, you know? And then this is curious up here. I'm just hearing some kind of conspiracy theory. It's not a conspiracy, but it's like a mythological theory that the Egyptian pyramids are simply a broadcasting system, and that somewhere in the universe there are exact replicas of those pyramids in another planet or another place in this, that's transmitting back, right? It's a mirroring. There is a mirroring. Thank you, Spirit. They just gave it to me. There is a mirroring between you and you on earth and you of your higher self. The Hierophant is the channel. Wow, that just flipped out of my hand. The Hierophant is the channeler, the conduit between this you and this you. So quiet the mind, listen, ask questions. There's confusion here, Spirit. Can you please clarify for me what my impediment is at this time where I'm not feeling empowered? I know that I have what it takes, but I need a little bit of affirmation. Because maybe, okay, maybe you need affirmation and you need it in the form of a human, right? So if that comes, Spirit, can you please clarify that for me? Like when that person is speaking to me and unbeknownst to them channeling a message, let that message be clear. So, Aries, there's a lot of inner work here, but it's beautiful. That's your reading. If you resonated, please like, share, subscribe, comment down below. Please hit the bell notification to receive updates as to when I post new readings. Thank you, Aries.